Hello traders, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, today again we are going to analyze Nifty and Bank Nifty. First we'll start with the charts, then we'll go for the data analysis, then we'll be finding out what are the news available today that moved the market drastically. Well, if you have seen my yesterday's video, then I have told you that market will not move further, or it will move a little bit only positive, or else it will move negative. Even though whatever the circumstances were there, still market moved positively and the move was very heavy if you see the market. So what caused that market to move that much heavy? Well, there are several reasons or several stocks which moved the market. So today we are going to analyze each stocks in details. Whichever stocks has moved greater than 3% change today, and that is plus 3% or less than minus 3%. So less than minus 3% stock I couldn't find out because there were no stocks in Nifty 50 which moved less than negative 3%. Well, without wasting any time, let's dive into it and analyze our Nifty chart first. This is our Nifty chart and I have opened the candle of 15 minutes. So if you see this chart in 15 minutes time frame, then you will be able to analyze the support and resistance. So support is at 12,788 and the resistance is at 13,137. Well, this is the support and resistance which we are talking about today. But if you have seen the today's market, then you know that market has opened a little bit negative, then it has moved positive. So it has moved almost 140 points today. So it is 140 points. So it is a huge move. I would not say it is a small move. It is a huge move. We'll be seeing what FI and DI did today in cash and FNO market today. Well, that will also give us a further idea what they are thinking and how they are reacting in the markets. So if you see the last month analysis, then we were able to see that FI were buying the stocks and DI was selling. But let's see what is happening in this month, in the month of December 2020. Now let's move to the Bank Nifty. If you see this Bank Nifty chart, then you will be able to see the support and resistance. So well, here the support is at 28,966 and the resistance is at 29,937. Well, straightforward move was there today also. There was no hesitation. Nifty moved up, then again it retraced actually. It retraced here, then again it has gone above and it has ended up here. So if you see the overall move, then 208 point move was there today. So that is not a big move if you consider the Nifty, because Nifty move almost 600, 700, or you can say up to 1000 points. So by seeing these two graphs only, you can analyze which stocks move the market. Well, it is definitely not the bank's stock. So you can see there must be some other stocks which are affecting the market. Well, what are those stocks? So let's find out in details. Now let's see which are the market movers of greater than 3% or negative 3% change. Well, I was able to find out 10 stocks which moved greater than 3% today. So first stock was GAIL. GAIL moved 7.94%. Well, why did it move that much? Well, if you see the news, then IT-80 allows claim of depreciation on the capitalized cost to GAIL India. So definitely, if the depreciation can be capitalized, then GAIL will be gaining. That's why the GAIL stock gained today. Now, if you see the Sun Pharma, then Sun Pharma gained 5.74%. So details of related party transactions on consolidated basis for the half year is being submitted to SEBI. So well, when I was analyzing these stocks, like why did they move? So there was one thing which was common, like whoever declared their party transactions, like which investors are going to come into their company and invest their money. Well, wherever they have declared it to the SEBI, that particular stock gained too much today. So it was like those who are doing fundamental investors or those who are big investors, maybe FI, DI or some other companies, then they are definitely watching this companies and they are knowing what is happening in that market. And if they submit something to SEBI, then they are definitely reading it and finding out whether this is very clear picture or not, whether this investment is going to give us a more benefit or not. So that's why this stock is moving. If you'll see, almost like out of 10 stocks, then there are 5 stocks where there is a party related transactions has been submitted to SEBI. So well, it was almost like half year. Some companies has shared half year transactions to with the SEBI because there is an act. According to that act, every company has to share whoever is like whichever major investor they are taking in. So if you see the Indus Bank, then Indus Bank has moved 4.94%. Well, if you see the Indus Bank, it is gaining from the beginning. Actually, I also invested my money into that in Indus Bank, and it is also gaining. So if you see the today's market, then majority of the Bank Nifty has moved because of this Indus India Bank only. So got latest investor actually Matthews Internet Capital Management today. So they got the latest investors, that is Matthews International Capital Management. Well, they have submitted the report to SEBI also. The next is UPL, that moved 3.9%. Well, district court in Delaware has substantially reduced the earlier October 2019 jury verdict of $31 million to $13 million by its judgment on November 30, 2020. Well, on that day it was holiday, that's why I didn't move on that day, but on the next day when it is 1st December, it definitely moved ahead. Now, if you see, there was a second news where they have disclosed related party transactions of the half year to the SEBI. That also, well, if you wanted to see the details like which are the party they are in, who are investing in these stocks, you can easily see it under Zerodha. Well, if you'll go into the Zerodha and you will add this stock into your watch list, then there will be option of fundamental analysis. Once you click on that, then go to the event, and when you click on the event, there will be a download button of that particular documents, or else you can find it on the internet also. So once you download that, you can read that. Well, that is a very big article, and there are many companies who are investing, and so these companies are disclosing like who are the investors in their company. And when I am reading it, it is too much. So that much information if I'll be sharing with you, then the video will be like 2 hours or 3 hours long, and that much long video nobody will watch. So it is like summary type, and you are getting the summary of the news. If you want the detailed analysis, then definitely you go and find on internet, you will be getting the news definitely, or else you can download this directly from the Zerodha. Now let's move to the fifth stock, which is Tech Mahindra, gained 3.79%. Well, they are scheduling investor interaction section. Well, what are these interaction section? Well, Nomura Investment Forum 2020. So they are going to interact it with them tomorrow. So please watch this stock closely, because since it has gained 3.79%, it may be possible that tomorrow also it will gain, because tomorrow they are going to have an interaction with their investors. So if good news comes, definitely this stock is going to give you very much good return. Okay, and if you see the 7th December 2020, then Jefferies India EGS Summit, where they are going to interact with the investors again on the 7th of December. So on 7th of December also you can expect big move in Tech Mahindra. Now let's go for the next 5 stocks which are moving too much. So let's go. First one is ONGC, which has moved 3.69%, and that is positive. Well, ONGC is moving positive only from, you can say, from last month. And why it is like that? Because oil demand is increasing. If oil demand is increasing, then definitely ONGC is going to get some profit. But apart from that, they have also disclosed the third party transactions of the half year to SEBI. Now if you talk about Grasim industry, that has gained 3.54%. So if you see the 3 weeks ago news, then they have announced 3% profit. So investors are thinking that this Grasim industry is still in buying zone. It means it will further increase. That's why they are investing. Once they are done with that company, they are definitely going to withdraw their money. At that time, it will fall. But right now, the investors are having trust in this company. Traders are having trust in this company. Hence, it is gaining. Now, if you talk about Bharti Airtel, then Bharti Airtel, actually, there was not much of like investment or third-party disclosure, but this was something different phenomena. So it has gained 3.44%. Well, actually, there is a Fitch ratings. So what Fitch ratings said, we expect Bharti and Jio to increase their combined revenue market share to 80%. That is almost double. It was around 74% by September in the next 12 to 18 months. So if you see the next 12 to 18 months, then definitely, as per the Fitch ratings, market revenue is going to increase. That's why this stock also gained after this news broke out, or you can say the Fitch ratings has come out. If you see the Infy, that has gained 3.37%. Well, it has also has some reason. about this because, well, if you talk about Infosys, then ex-Bank Mongolia select Infosys Financial to power its digital transformation. Well, that news has come almost a week ago. Thereafter, this Infosys was falling, and because investors didn't like this investment, and when they have taken out their money, it has again come into the buying zone. So again, few new investors has come and they have invested their money. That's why it has gained actually 3.37%. Now, if we talk about Adani Ports alone, then it has gained 3%, and they have also disclosed party related transactions to SEBI. Now let's go to upcoming meetings and find out which are the upcoming meetings is going to happen tomorrow. So tomorrow, these are the companies which are going to do the AGM meetings and some other meetings. Well, there is a board meeting of quarterly results of Edor Welding Limited. So you watch out for these stocks. If any good news comes after this meeting, so definitely then these stocks will move. Now let's talk about events. Well, these are the events which are going to take place. So if you talk about 1st December, then 1st December there is a market manufacturing PMI number which was 56.3%, and previous it was 58.9%. So it has gone down actually. If you see the growth from this particular manufacturing or this thing, then definitely it has gone down. Still Nifty moved up. Well, it is not because of this news, because if that was the news, in that case definitely Nifty would have fallen down. But still investors are investing money because private sectors are doing very good. Now the 3rd December also again market service PMI November will be announced, and let's see what happens actually. Now let's discuss this index change and VIX. So if you see the index change, then Nifty actually, the last traded price was 13,109. So it has closed at 13,109.05. It has made a high of 13,128 and low of 12,962.8. And total change, percentage change is 1.08 and change is 140.10. And if you talk about Bank Nifty, it has closed at 29,817.85 and it has made a high of 29,919.75 and low of 29,511. Well, it has changed percentage wise 0.71% only. And if you see the point wise move, then it has moved 208 points only. So if you see the VIX also, VIX is 20.18, so it is quite low. You can say you can still make the money by selling the options if VIX is below 25 because the volatility is less in the market. So definitely alpha value will not be high and theta value will be more. That's why you can make the money. Now let's see the Nifty open interest. So if you see the Nifty open interest, then I have taken here the cumulative chart. So on cumulative chart you can see that the put options has been sold more than what call options has been sold. That's why market has moved up. Well, it is total Y picture, that is weekly picture. So weekly picture is saying for if you see the today's data, then weekly picture is saying that market will go up tomorrow also. If we see the total change in OI, then change in OI is also saying the same thing. And today actually all the investors were on the same side, you can see here, because all the people has sold put option. And actually I am also posting my gain and loss daily on my Telegram group, so make sure that you should follow me on Telegram group also. There I am mentioning which trade I am taking, what profit I am earning daily, and basically when I started making videos on the YouTube, thereafter I am posting it honestly. There is no bias thing, and whatever profit I am posting there, that is without charges, means like whatever Zerodha is showing me under the P&L section, that is only I am mentioning there, and whatever profit I have booked, that only I am putting it for that day. Okay, if I am carrying on the positions for the next day, then definitely I'll be analyzing that profit or loss on the next day, then I'll be posting it once I squared off that positions. So if I'm not squaring off the positions, then definitely I'll not be taking it as a profit or loss, because anyway if I'm not squaring of the positions, then it is not a profit or it is not a loss. Still the market is going on, so it may give me loss or it may give me profit. So stay tuned on my Telegram channel as well. Now let's see the Bank Nifty open interest. If you see the Bank Nifty open interest, then there is an interesting thing. call has been sold more than put. That's very good. But if you see the ratio wise, 3.67 approx put has been sold, and 3.9 call has been sold. Well, this is the cumulative data, but if you see the cumulative data on OI or change in OI, then you will be realizing that the most of the data is out of the money. You can say 80% of the contracts are out of the money. That's why I'm taking it as a sell, because 80% data contribute major role. That's why it is, even though it is cumulative, still it is like you can say it is out of the money only, because in the money nobody will sell, nobody want to take that much risk. And Bank Nifty total change in OI, if you see here, the picture is completely changed. Weekly market is saying that market is going to go down, and if you see the today market, then today market is saying that market is going to go up. So maybe tomorrow there may be possibility that market is going to go down as far as this Bank Nifty is concerned. Now let's see the Nifty open interest distribution. So I have put out here the chart. Here you can see support and resistance easily. Well, first support is at 13,000 and the another support is at 12,900, and the resistance is at 13,500. If you see, the resistance is at 13,500. So how much speculations are in the market, or how much positive hope is in the market? You can see people are selling at 13,500. It means they're still expecting Nifty to move up. I guess it is gonna go up. I'm talking about Nifty alone. Bank Nifty might go negative, but again it will pull down the Nifty as well. So let's see, this market is going to be interesting, and see till this expiry how market reacts. Well, I'm still excited because this both Nifty and Bank Nifty are giving the contradictory picture, and on that scenario actually it makes things interesting, because how Bank Nifty, whoever is investing in Bank Nifties are thinking, and other Nifty 50 stocks are thinking. Anyway, let's find out in the market alone. Now let's see Nifty change in open interest distribution. So if you see the change in open interest, then here you can easily say what is the support. Support is at 13,000 and resistance is at 13,400. So that is change in open interest. So it is like today's scenario, today's what investors thought of. Now let's see Bank Nifty open interest distributions. So if you see the Bank Nifty open interest distribution, then definitely you can easily find out what is the support and resistance. Support is at 28,500 and the resistance is at 30,000. Well, if the difference is not huge in first support and second support, then I would recommend you to take the next support, which is 28,000. And in that case, there is also not much difference in next resistance. So you can say there is a next resistance is at 31,000. This shows us that how much market can move within this week. Well, I'm still surprised like how much market can move. This data is speculating, man. This is giving us the picture like there is no clear idea in anyone's mind where market is going to move in this week. So let's find out till this expiry ends on 3rd of December. Now let's see Bank Nifty change in open interest distribution. So change in open interest shows today's scenario which has already been passed out, but it is important because you wanted to see how investors or how traders think in today's market. So let's find out. If you see here, there was a support of 29,500 and the resistance was 29,900. You can say 29,800, but again there was not much difference between 29,800 and 30,500. So again still people bet that will be stuck to the 29,800. Isn't it strange? They know that the market is moving up, still they are holding their positions. And on the sell side, if market moves up and any news comes suddenly, they are going to lose a huge money, man. Still they are making the position. That's the spirit of the market. Now let's go for the FIDI cash activities. So well, today only I am taking the today's data because I'll be analyzing from month beginning to month end. So for last month data I'll not be taking here because that will not make any sense now. Now let's see. If you see 1st December, then 3242 buy has happened and minus 1043 sell has been happened. Once we will be analyzing this 2nd, 3rd and 4th, then we'll be able to see the clear pictures where market is going to go. So again, I'll be saying this cash activity of FI and DI shows that market is still going to go up only because net amount is on buying side. Now let's see what index FI future option activity is. So if you see the index alone of future and option activities of FI, then here you can see completely different picture. In future and options they are selling. So FIs are selling in future and options. If you have seen my last month's analysis, then in that month they have bought actually. So it is going to be interesting, but the selling is not happening that much buying is happening. That's why the stock market is going up. Anyway, let's find out till this expiry how FI and DI make the positions and move the market. Now let's see final support and resistance. Well, this analysis is my favorite analysis. Here I put down all the figures in one sheet and I analyze it and find out what is the final support and resistance. Let's see. So if you see, Dow Jones moved 0.85%, which is not a huge move. So it will not affect Nifty or Bank Nifty much. If it moves huge, definitely it is going to affect any major indices. So let's see the cash activities. So FIs are buying and DIs are still selling, but buying is happening more than selling. That's why the market is gaining. If you see the cash activity only, means equity market. If you see the F&O, future and option, see here the interesting phenomena is happening. Most of the people are selling the stocks. So if they are selling in future and options, so I can easily figure out where the market is going to go. If they are selling, it means market is going to go down, because maybe they are buying in the cash but they are selling in the future and options. So it is giving me the kind of scenario like till this expiry market will move down. So maybe by seeing this data alone you can realize that this is the mix-up scenario. So we have earlier also analyzed the data of Nifty and Bank Nifty. There was also mix-up scenario. Bank Nifty was saying I will go down, Nifty was saying I will go up. So there was no clear thought to anyone. Here also it is showing the same thing. Let's find out where market goes till this expiry. Now let's see what is the Nifty analysis and final support and resistance. So final support is at 12,788 and resistance is at 13,500. So see, the gap is very huge. If you see the range is very huge. So that is for, you can say, tomorrow. If you see then Bank Nifty final support is at 28,500 and resistance is at 30,000. So if you see this data, aren't you surprised? Because Nifty support and resistance is having a huge gap. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and consider subscribing this channel.